Greetings, everyone, from the floor of the Republican National Convention in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Mark Curtis, and with me today is Jenniffer Rodriguez. Jenniffer is a California delegate, and she's also a resident of Fremont, California, where she grew up and went to high school with her family. And first of all, Jenniffer, welcome to our program today.
Thank you for having me.
How did you become a member of the California delegation? You're awfully young, and I think a lot of people are surprised to see a delegate so young.
Yeah, I'm chairman of the California Young Republicans, and I have been campaigning for Senator McCain for almost 2 years now for president. So,
what is it about John McCain versus some of the other Republican candidates that made you support him instead of, say, Giuliani or Romney or Huckabee?
Absolutely. Well, I've been a long-time Senator McCain supporter since 2000, which was before I was even a Republican, and I, without a doubt, knew that he was the candidate with the judgment and the character and the experience that we need to lead this country forward.
It was quite an amazing night here last night when Sarah Palin gave her vice presidential nomination acceptance speech. What were your impressions, your thoughts listening to her speech last night, and how do you think it went over?
Oh, I think she did exceptionally well. She was amazing. She handled herself with grace, but she came out tough and strong, and she took on her critics, and she showed that she has the experience and that she's ready to lead and be the next vice president.
You come from a large family. I believe there's 8 kids in your family. She has 5 children. What is it about a mom raising a big family that has endeared her to not only this crowd, but says to people, this is the kind of person that could be vice president or president of the United States?
Absolutely. I think, at the time running a household can be, tougher than, running the country. And it's tough. And, it's great as a woman, to see somebody up there who can really do it all, who can, have a large family and, still, be successful and, running a state and have, the highest approval rating of any governor. I think, it really speaks, to her character, and it's a great role model for little girls. I have 4 younger sisters, and they were all text messaging me right after her speech, and say Sarah Palin's my new idol, and it's just I couldn't be more proud. We have a leader in the Republican Party, a female, that young women and can look up to. It's amazing. It was a special moment.
It really was, and what does that say to young women like yourself, or you mentioned your younger sisters? Hillary Clinton this year had a great line that everybody remembers about putting 18 million cracks in the glass ceiling. Do you think this essentially shatters that ceiling once and for all if Sarah Palin's elected?
Absolutely. Sarah Palin's going to break that glass ceiling.
Aside from the gender issues that people talk about in this, what credentials in terms of her experience with energy issues, running a state, what does she bring to the table? What does she add to John McCain?
She brings an executive experience that, the other party is lacking. She brings incredible balance to the ticket, and I think, she brings a new face in the Republican Party, and as a young Republican, going forward, I think that's exactly what we need right now. And she's a reformer, and she's shook up things in Alaska, and she's going to do the same in Washington.
Well, we appreciate your time talking to us this afternoon. Jenniffer Rodriguez, a delegate from Fremont, California. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We will continue to have more from the Republican National Convention and more on politics in the days to come. Remember, it's markcurtismedia.com.